Hi everyone, my name is Amani Mayfield.
I'm Ashley.
This is my best friend, by the way. We've known each other for a long time.
Our whole life.
Now, that's enough for the intro. To get into the video, today we're going to talk about cultural shocks that we experienced in South Korea as Black women.
Because there were a lot of them.
Yeah.
Some good, some funny, some not so good, and not so
I
funny.
mean, some the funny ones were funny,
Yeah.
but the bad ones were. Okay, so why am I qualified to talk about this? I'm qualified to talk about this because I studied abroad with TEAN in South Korea for the fall 2023 semester, and then Ashley here actually visited me during my time there. Don't ask me the cost of anything because I don't remember, and I'm not going through my bank statements to try to find out. But I did get the Gilman scholarship, so I might do an essay. I might do a video on how to write the Gilman essay, because I did get the Gilman essay. I did get the critical language need essay scholarship, and yeah. And TEAN, for the most part, if you go through a study abroad through an affiliated program, that affiliated program will take care of most of the paperwork. They just gave me the documents and told me to go to the embassy, and I got my visa, and that was that. I didn't have to physically get the documents myself. Our second thing is culture, our second overall thing. The first thing you're going to notice is that people stare. And South Koreans, when they stare, they do not have shame about it. They will look straight at you in your eyes, and you'll look back at them, and they'll still look at you. That's one thing. Me and Ashley actually have a funny story about that, where, come on, let's get up. I'm gonna be Ashley, and Ashley's gonna be the old man that was looking at us.
Wait, no, we were standing over here. We came from over here.
We were like this.
Okay, you ready?
Mhm.
Okay, so you're talking.
Yeah, I'm just talking to Ashley here. Hey, how's it going? How's your day? That's basically how it went.
He got like
super close.
He was like, so he
didn't get all of. He was just like.
No, he got kind of close though.
He didn't get like all up in our face, but it was pretty like.
No, he got all up in our face, dog. I remember
like that. Oh, and then there was one time we were at the convenience store. We were at.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Yeah, we were at a convenience store, and this Korean dude was like following us around the store, and I don't think it's because he thought we were gonna steal.
I just think he was looking at us because he ain't never seen Black people before. The Airbnb we were staying at was like right across from the CU. That's what their convenience stores are called. And like we were scared that he was gonna follow us into the Airbnb.
He did. We walked out the store, and then he walked out too, and he stopped at the entrance while we ran to
staring at us like.
Not saying anything.
We were just like, hi.
No, annyeonghaseyo. No, 감사합니다. No, nothing. Just, just staring. Okay.
Maybe he racist.
Oh, another part of the culture is the transportation system. So, there's not much to say about their transportation system, except for the fact that it's amazing. It's always on time. Huh?
I said America needs to get on that.
Yeah, we do. Like, always on time.
Not just for one state, in all of them.
Never late, always on time.
Easy to understand.
Easy to understand. They had apps that would tell you when.
Even if you don't speak Korean.
Yeah, even if you don't speak Korean, they also have like the romanization of the Korean alphabet and the names in the subway station.
It was very nice. It just gets a little crowded sometimes, like, and people will push you out the way.
People will push you and not say
all that
nothing.
hospitality goes out the window when it comes to that subway. You know, I have another thing about being Black in Korea. Okay.
Is it?
No, you weren't there. Yes.
Okay.
You weren't there, but it was the day I went shopping by myself and I almost got lost. Another story for another day. Anyways. So there was a elderly lady who I sat by her, and she like got up and moved away from me.
Oh,
she like got up and like ran away from me, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I have an extra seat for my purse. So I just like sat my purse there. And then another thing is like, I don't think you were there this time either, but I forgot that like I guess some Asian countries don't like it when you play videos out loud. And I think I was watching a TikTok or something on my phone. And I didn't have headphones, and everyone like stared at me really dirty.
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm kind of with them on that.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I just didn't expect like everyone to like halt and just like look at me. And I was like, why is everyone staring at me? And I was like, oh, my phone is really loud.
Don't be like Ashley, guys. Don't do that.
Yeah, have social awareness, I guess.
Another thing about Korean culture is their safety. Like, you can walk around at like 3 a.m. without the fear of being mugged or killed or kidnapped or stabbed or whatever it is. You have people passed out from being so drunk on the side of the streets, and no one will steal anything from them. Nothing bad will happen to them. Can't say the same thing about America.
Nothing bad would happen to them that we know of. There were some suspicious Korean men when we went to those clubs.
Oh, yeah.
Some very suspicious ones that if you're a foreigner, you may need to be aware of.
Yes, if you're a foreigner, foreigner, and you're going to clubs,
don't get drunk without your friends.
Don't get drunk without your friends. Try not to go by yourself because you will be targeted. Another thing about the culture is that there's lots and lots of shopping places, and they're often open late until the night. But be aware that clothes are often only 1 or 2 sizes. So if you are a bigger person, you're not going to find clothes that fit.
I didn't buy no clothes down there.
Another big thing in Korean culture is clubbing. Koreans will literally club until 7 a.m., 11 a.m. It gets kind of crazy.
We clubbed until 7 a.m.
Yeah, we clubbed until 7 a.m.
Because the subways are closed at a certain time. So the only other way to get home is if you Uber, and Ubers are hell of expensive because no one really uses the Uber. They go through the subway. So we stayed out and clubbed until the subways opened again.
The rails came back. Yeah, and they also, if you go clubbing in South Korea, you're gonna notice they play a lot of Bruno Mars for some reason. A lot of Bruno Mars, and sometimes they played outdated songs like they played Silent Toes, like Watch Me Whip, Hit It, Watch Me Nay Nay. They played that song so many times, and I don't know why.
I don't think it's more so they play a lot of Bruno Mars. They just kept playing the same like 2 Bruno Mars songs. They kept playing 24 Karat. Like, they played that one so much, and then I feel like there was one more that they kept playing. They play a lot of outdated music.
Okay, another big part of Korean culture is the convenience stores. All I have to say about the convenience stores is that they're pretty amazing, and they definitely got me through most of my meals. I go to the convenience store if you go to KU, which I went to KU, there's going to be a convenience store that's kind of at the bottom of the hill. That convenience store saved me so many times. I'll just go there, get the little chicken skewers, get some of this thick brioche bread, and like eat it. The spicy chicken skewers are really good. Okay. Also, Daiso is a big convenience store in South Korea. We have Daisos in America. They're great. The ones in South Korea, even more great.
I don't even think I went to a Daiso now that I think about it.
That's your fault.
That's tragic.
There was literally...
They're so rude.
They're everywhere. One thing I also noticed that I don't really see people talk about is that people respect nature more. And I feel like when it comes to buildings and architecture, the nature is built into it more. Or the architecture and buildings are built around the nature and they don't try to take away from the nature. I thought that was pretty cool. This question I feel like people ask a lot or they want to know a lot. And that is if anyone touched my hair or tried to touch my hair. And in my experience, only 2 people tried to touch my hair. I went on a date with a South Korean dude, and he asked if he could touch my hair. And then also, I played Ultimate Frisbee while in South Korea, and my coach asked to touch my hair. But with both times, I felt like it was more so a curiosity thing than like a black person, let me pet them type of thing. You?
No, not really.
Huh?
No.
No what?
I ain't really experienced that. No one tried to touch me.
Yeah.
Maybe I look mean. I don't know.
Okay, so this third part, we are going to get into the academics. I went to Korea University, one of the big prestigious universities in South Korea. One thing I want to say is that it was very different than classes in the United States. In the United States, I go to University of Houston. All of my classes, which I took supply chain management, international business, principles of finance, and then I took a Korean language course. All of my classes had very few assignments, and the only grades you got were like your tests. So if you did bad on a test, you were basically screwed because there was no assignments to help buffer that. And it would either be like a test or like a big group project. That was like the main grade for the course. Oh, and if the course did have a test, they were paper, which was weird to me because at University of Houston, we take our exams at CASA, or we take them on Canvas. We don't actually do physical pen and paper tests. The professors were cool, similar to the professors in the United States. Not much to say there. And classroom and lectures were kind of the same. You know, the professor would teach the subject, we would listen, write notes, type on our computer, do all that. And a lot of people ask me, I don't know why people ask me this, because I don't speak Korean. I don't think they would expect foreigners to speak Korean, but all my classes were in English. Just putting that out there. Now, this next section, we're going to talk about food. One thing that was a culture shock to me about South Korea is that things that are not traditionally sweet would be sweet in South Korea. Like garlic bread. Do not eat garlic bread in South Korea if you do not want to eat sweet bread. Pasta. I went to this pasta place with all the Cuba buddies, and like the pasta was sweet and it was nasty. Potato chips. Some potato chip flavors you think would taste salty or savory, they were sweet. Like I tried these garlic potato chips, and they were sweet. And I was just like not expecting any of that. And also, pizza. Went to like a Korean pizza place. The pizza sauce was sweet. What is up? What is up with that? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. They like sugar. Not the same way Americans like sugar. In a different way.
One thing I want to say about food in South Korea is that you'll get a lot of side dishes, which I think they're called banchan. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure, but I think that's what they're called. And I found out that I absolutely adored pickled radish. Pickled radish is so good. I would get so much of it every time I ate at a place that had self-serve pickled radish. And Ashley here likes
The fish cakes.
Yeah, which
I
think
hate pickled radish.
I feel like fish cakes are nasty, but to each their own.
We would switch whenever we get our food.
Okay, so now the last thing we're going to talk about is the cost. For me, the cost of food was cheap, and I basically ate out every single day. Like, you could get a big thing of ramen with a side of, like, tonkatsu, and that would be, like, $10. Less than $10. And then cost of things were similar, if not cheaper, than the U.S. So things like clothes, either cheaper or the same price as things as in the U.S.
Yeah.
You said you had a lot to say about cost.
I said I had a lot. I said I remember how much things cost. Like the Airbnb for a week was like only $400.
Okay.
And it was pretty big, and it was like in the center of everything. It was right next to the train station, or the subway station, I should say. And then like all the food was like dirt cheap, but it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then the only thing that I spent a lot of money on was their skincare, but their skincare works really good, so it's kind of worth it. That's the only time. It's like when I went to Myeongdong, I think I said that right.
Mm-hmm.
Is when I probably spent the most money, but that's because probably that's where all the foreigners like to shop, so they gas up the prices. So they're outside of their stores like, Miss, come here.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, and they were just like, you have dark spots here. You should buy this. And I'm like, oh, thanks for insulting me. I'll buy it. So, yeah. And then they give you a bunch of free things.
Yeah, they give you free things.
When it's really like, is it really free, or did you just like boost the price of this one item and then give me all this other stuff when it's really probably like you still made a profit off of me, you know? So
those are the places in Myeongdong. Those are not the places like Olive Young. Olive Young doesn't do that. They're just like a store.
Yeah.
But
they got some good Korean skincare.
Well, that's all I have. Do you have anything else you want to say? I forgot to mention during the culture segment that Korean skincare is a very big thing. Olive Young is a very big thing. I still order products from Olive Young, their website. So they have pretty good skincare. Koreans are known for their skincare. Mm-hmm. It's literally like called the skincare capital of the world, and their like facials and peels and stuff like that are significantly cheaper than in the United States. Yeah, but yeah, that's it. That's everything.
That's all, folks.
감사합니다.
Oh, 감사합니다. Ow. 감사합니다.
That's the end. Thanks for watching.